I'm announcing the release of my very first book, Wins, Losses, and Lessons, what sports taught me about life. It's about life. It's about sports and the lessons you can learn through sports about life. Available now on Amazon. Link is in the bio. If you would like a signed copy, just hit me up on whatever social platform you see this on. Peace. If you're trying to figure out what matters in the new year, listen. The Jamaal Bethea Show. 7 minutes, one idea. Honestly, I ran home from work. Like, I got here as fast as I could so I could do this video. If you've been watching my channel, look, number one, I'm promoting my own book, Wins, Losses, and Lessons, what sports taught me about life. It's about life. It's about sports and the crossover lessons you can learn through both, and a little bit about the forces that control us and how to control them so that you can reach success. I'm going to put the link in the bio. At some point, you'll see, my little promotion hit the bottom of the screen. But to be honest, I wanted to talk about this book. This book is The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. This is a prosperity classic, as you see across the top of the book. The book came out in 1925. When you talk about really learning and growing, you have to be somebody who reads. My father has been saying for a long time, we must become a people who read. For a long time, for me, that just flat out was not true. Because like a lot of kids in Black America, I associated learning with boredom or underachievement. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it took a while. So like having my father has been very key for me, because when I really started considering this as a thing, he was like, start reading things you like. I'm like, okay. And because I'm such a sports buff, I started reading like sports numbers and stats and analytics and sports stories. And that really kind of guided me into reading. So now I'm reading actual books. So this book is all about manifestation. It's all about the mindset of really how to control your life, what you should and shouldn't say to what they call in the book, the infinite spirit or the universe or God or energy or frequency, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? A lot of the time we, as people, once we think we know something, we want everybody to do what we're doing because in our mind, this is how you get results. But the problem is there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's a lot of ways to reach God's presence, right? And so at the end of the day, what this book really talks about is like there's things in the book called the law of karma, the law of forgiveness, right? Which is, I'm going to do a video about that one. But the law of non-resistance is the one I really wanted to do a video about. The law of non-resistance basically, in a nutshell, says like life happens to everybody. Life happens to everybody, cool. But a lot of the time, people always feel like they're being picked on by life instead of just understanding this is what all humans go through in some form. So a lot of the time, people go through tough times and they're like, why is this happening to me? Ugh, it's always me. I'm never going to have anything. I never do good. It's always me. Here's the problem. I'm not a Christian, but when the Bible talks about the power of life and death in the tongue, that's a truth. Everything you speak gets put into work in the spirit realm, literally. So like if you're out there saying, I never had nothing, I'm never going to have much, my life is this, woe is me, I'm just a poor human, I'm just this, I'm just that. What you don't understand is in the spirit world, any and everything you say gets 100% approval. If that doesn't hold you accountable, everything you say gets 100% approval. So what that really looks like is, once you say that, I'll never have anything. The spirit world goes, all right, cling, you don't have anything. And then you'll look up and go, see, I'm right. And it's like, you are. Oh, we've all heard the famous expression, the person who thinks they can do it and the person who thinks they can't do it are both right. You know why? Because what they understood, the person that coined that phrase, is that what you speak to the universe, they grant your wishes. So if you're out there saying, number one, I am successful. I am excellent. I'm not headed to success. I am already successful. My life is just catching up. What you're telling the universe is, once I put this action next to what I'm saying, I am giving you the responsibility to meet me there because I put it out in the universe. Now, the thing is about positivity takes a longer time to manifest than negativity does. And the other thing is, there's a staunch difference between like belief and faith, right? Belief is just simply saying I believe. And I will say, I think a lot of religious people believe, but they don't really have faith, because faith involves action. Like, ironically, Drake said this years ago on the song Amen with Meek Mill. He said, I'm the type to say a prayer and then go get what I just prayed for. What was Drake saying, whether he realized it or not? And Drake's intelligent on some level. He might have realized it. But what was he saying if he didn't realize it? He was practicing faith. That's real faith. Real faith involves action. Not just, I believe it. Why did my music career not work? Because I believed. I didn't really have faith. And I let a bunch of other people get in my ear. And I was different. And I wasn't a thug rapper. And I mean, I tried. I tried. You know what I mean? Niggas, all of that, right? But like, the point I'm making is faith and belief are different. If you really think something can be, put faith behind it. Don't put belief behind it. A lot of people who are religious and consider themselves super Christians or whatever religion. Oh, this, that, and the other. It's like, but where's the action to it? Right? In the Bible, faith without works is dead. End quote. Like, it's literally telling you faith without works is dead. So what that really means is what you believe means nothing if there's no action to accompany it. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. And so the funny thing is, with the law of non-resistance, Michael Jordan once said this: stop asking, why does this happen to me? And start saying, what lesson can I learn from this? What lesson can you learn from it? What lesson can you learn from it? And what faith can you apply so that you can actually change those things in your life? Or just learn the lesson and see what the lesson is trying to tell you so that you can move forward in your life. Me, I'm so laser intentional and focused and this, that, and the other. And what is the point of this? And what's the intention behind it? My friends were like, yo, loosen up. Just live a little bit. Live a little bit and it'll come to you. So I'm in a season in my life where I'm just kind of living a little bit, not just so laser intentional and focused. So in every scenario, meet a woman, meet a guy for a business, whatever it is. I'm like, okay, what can I really learn from this? Because whenever you meet people, there's always drama on some level, right? Something happens. But at the end of the day, I'm not speaking to the drama. I'm speaking to the positive side. All right, I'm practicing the law of non-resistance. I'm not going to resist. I'm going to go with it and see what it is. Speak positive. I'll see you guys in the next episode.